così, col sole in fronte e felice canto beatamente. Voglio vivere e godere l'aria del monte, perché quest'incanto non costa niente. Oggi amo ardentemente quel ruscello impertinente menestrello dell'amore. Il fiorire delle piante tiene festa questo cuore, sai perché? Voglio vivere così, col sole in fronte e felice canto, accanto per me. Oggi amo ardentemente quel ruscello impertinente menestrello dell'amore. Il fiorire delle piante tiene in festa questo cuore, sai perché? Voglio vivere così, sì, già, col sole in fronte e felice canto, canto per me. Così, col sole in fronte e felice canto beatamente. Voglio vivere con te l'aria del monte, perché quest'incanto non costa niente. Oggi amo ardentemente quel ruscello impertinente menestrello dell'amore. Il fiorire delle piante tiene in festa questo cuore, sai perché? Voglio vivere così, col sole in fronte e felice canto, canto per me.
Oggi che magnifica giornata, che giornata di felicità. La mia bella donna se n'è andata, m'ha lasciato al fine libertà. Son padrone ancora della mia vita e goderla voglio sempre più. Ella m'ha giurato nel partir che non sarebbe ritornata mai più. Vivere senza malinconia, vivere senza più gelosia, senza rimpianti, senza mai più conoscere cos'è l'amore, cogliere il più bel fiore, goder la vita e guardarci nel cuore, ridere sempre così giocondo, ridere delle follie del mondo. Spesso la commedia dell'amore la tua donna recitarti fa, tu diventi allora il primo attore e ripeti quello che vorrà. Sul terzatto scende giù la tela, finalmente torna la realtà e la sua commedia dell'amore in una farsa trasformata sarà. Vivere sempre così giocondo, vivere sempre così giocondo. Vivere pure se al cuore ritorna un attimo di nostalgia. Io non ho più rancore, ringrazio chi me l'ha portata via. Ridere, sempre così giocondo. Ridere delle follie del mondo. Vivere finché c'è gioventù. Perché la vita è bella e la voglio vivere sempre più. Vivere, vivere,
Buongiorno guys. Hello to the stream. I decided to restream DLC preview for YouTube, so VOD will be saved and more people will see it. Sorry for my voice in advance. I'm a bit sick, so yeah, let's start with, I guess, first division, which will be Italian one. Corpo Italiano di Liberazione. So yeah, pretty big division. As you see in the name, it's actually corps size, so it contains about 2.5 divisions inside, including Polish Armored Brigade, so pretty huge in size, in slots, as you see. Let's start with the recon. It's a mix of Polish and Italian units, of course, and 50 cavalry, new Italian motorbikes, which are really slow one. You have to pay attention. Tankets. This one actually has a really good gun. On the stat card it doesn't look that good, but in game it works really nice actually. Exploratory, just Fiat Scouts for Italians. Zwiadowcy with Stuart Recha, just a standard for Commonwealth. Alpini Esplorante, cool sniper unit, limited to V2. But yeah, high HP, nice rifles and Berettas. Bersaglieri, Italian elite infantry. 8 HP, pretty standard I would say, nothing crazy. Is exceptional stuff though, so pretty big for such huge squad. And 6 cars of them, so. And the stack count, Polish stack count. Don't mind the skins, they are subject to change. Not only for this, but for Shermans, you will see later on, so it will change. It's just subject to change. Infantry tab. Starting with 10 points, line infantry. 7 HP only, but big numbers for them. So pretty much Shuma-like from Cork. And transport trucks. Devenung, whatever how you spell it, it's a main truck for the division and it's really slow. So you have to pay attention on that's a big weakness of the division, how fast they will get to front line. And that's the first type of division, just a standard Italian division with Fusilleri. Alpini, which are of course mountain division part. Pretty standard, just like Commonwealth rifles, but low HP. And with base bad, but it's not that good. Probably for this division. Mar commanders. So Marines kind of infantry. So another type of the division inside this. Alpini, leader squad with sniper, Beretta, smoke, really good, very good. Also with radio, so and rider trait, so very nice. Guastatori, pioneer team with normal availability, so much more than usually you take with other cards of pioneers. Maro, same, I mean not same, exactly same, but also marine infantry. We have in Toulon the DLC, but this time for allies, and nine Berettas and Panzerfaust. So pretty nice squad, and two cards of them. And remember that Beretta is second best SMG in the game after Suomi. So it's not like it's equivalent to Tanko Desantniki, but it's better. At least with at least SMGs are better than Tanko Desantniki one. Another card of pretty much same loadout, but those one are airborne, Italian airborne squads, with higher numbers, but with no base bet, so probably even better. So you have 3 big cards of SMG squad. Paracadutici, which are also airbornes for on allied side, Italian one. Pretty good, HHB only, but Beretta's double brain. And high numbers also, so pretty nice squad. RDT, which are trench fighters or some kind of elite infantry from First World War. That's why they get fanatical trait, I think. That's only reasoning. Also pretty good squad. Double Ren, Berettas and TNT. Huge squad. And 2 cards of them. However, with much less numbers than other squads. Fusilary commandos. Leader. Pretty alright. High HP. Look the numbers of them. Pretty nice. For a command squad. Polish commandosi, which are mechanized infantry, actually, elite mechanized infantry with base vet, double base vet, so pretty similar to RDT with equipment, but getting a Piat instead of TNT, and half trucks for transport. They're part of Polish brigade in this division, so that was mechanized infantry inside the division, which is a pretty unique thing and cool also. And best units of the division, probably Maro brand with 4 brands, Panzerfaust and Leonfields. Pretty nice. And 4 cards of Fusilleri brand, which are also 4 brand with different equipment and much more, just 2 more actually HP. However, pretty limited in numbers, so keep in mind that you always have to of them probably, and those numbers will be pretty much limited for you. Actually, those commandos were used to fight like mechanized infantry in this division, Hobo. So they were keeping their brands inside half tracks. So it's not like in the movies, you know, you have the stealthy squads fighting behind the lines and stuff, but World War II commando units, and especially like Polish one and one fighting in Norway, were actually combat active since landing. They were like it was calling actually raids, so it's pretty accurate. Just one debunk. It's only one transport, except the Polish units, of course, that you have in this division, so pretty slow. Guastatori para, airborne flamethrower, high HP raider, pretty expensive, but pretty nice also. 2 cards of them. And para commando, expensive. In my opinion, this squad Fusilieri commando is probably better. But you have smoke, Piats. Tanked up Polish Shermans and Stewards. It's actually an emblem of Polish brigade. No. I think this division already has way too many good units to get any more buffs. We still have pretty nice numbers for them. Support tankettes, which are really good with those double MGs. MGs were buffed, so for 10 points it works pretty nicely, I would say. Flamers, but yeah, Berettas instead of stands. Breda, AMG, high MG, and Flamer tankette, which is also good now because of buffs all Flamer vehicles will get in next patch. Less aim time. Breda cannon for support. Command tank. That's pretty much for support. Anti-tank, Piats. Again Breda gun with more AP. Italian 6-pounders. They can come with this funny truck, which is slow. And Wolverines, Polish Wolverines and 70-pounders. I mean, that range will be too high probably. Just unrealistic, right? You can't make the range too high probably. That's an argument from Eugene's side, so not much to do about this. AA tap, which is limited, and I think main weakness of the division. Breda on the track, standalone, and Crusader from Polish. Arty. Czech one, new Italian one, which is really nice, really accurate. High amount of ammo, and smoke, and pretty nice rate of fire. And with radio it's really accurate actually in the game. Looking ugly, but it's pretty nice in use. Radio mortars, more RT but with hit shells actually. Low accuracy but pretty nice penetration chance, and high amount of this ammo actually. And the Schneider gun, which is pretty nice also. And planes, fast Spitfire recon, really fast actually. Baltimore's, 2 cars of them. Fighter card with really good speed and agility actually. Pretty okay armament, I would say. Ariete fighter bombers, some Spitfires, Italian bomber, another one, however limited to B only, Air Cobras, Italian Air Cobras, pretty strong plane. And ATV fighters, which are really nice with 8 rockets, really nice AT. However, they might be called first to pull back with decent AA, but still pretty nice. And let me show you how I used to build the deck in testings. So it was looking pretty much like this. Tank support, a lot of infantry, quality infantry, not much recon, but probably enough for me. MGs, AT guns, yeah. Very good division, for sure. Let's go to Axis division, maybe now. Italian, but on a Axis side. Alpini Monterosa, 4th division. So same motorbikes, also Bersaglieri, but better one with really nice Italian SMGs with high accuracy, as you see. Bersaglieri are elite infantry of Italy, by the way, so pretty famous unit to see with those unique helmets types. Rifles, Breda and Panzerfaust, with cool transport as an option for them. That's speed. GNR Exploratori, which are fanatical fascist units with nice transport, pretty fun. Just a standard unit. Nothing crazy about it. AS-42, which is really interesting unit, limited with numbers, but it's 20 mil autocannon that works also as AA, so you can get AA vehicle in a recon tab. In my opinion, and for cheap, really cheap, so really nice. And auto bleed at 41. Infantry tab, so it's really interesting division. I would say it's kind of like Kuruk, but on steroids. Kinda old feeling of the Kuruk. Alpini recruits are pretty much like Shupo, old Shupo, I would say. And 2 cars of them. And interesting enough, you can bring GNR Commando, which are leaders, however with discipline threat. So you don't need to bring military police to accompany your they are basically double role, leader and discipline. However, only in phase A, which is kind of downside. So actually can do probably double C card or B, but you need to keep alive your unit, your leader unit. Alpini, which is standard infantry, nothing special, just 8 HP, and Faust version with Panzerfaust. Not sure if it's upgrade. However, in this patch we have higher numbers for Panzerfaust units with base, not base, but you can take them with 4 of them in A with double vet, so it's pretty much same for Panzer Grenadier and German squads too. So GNR, which is Fascist Militia, as I said, 20 points with worse SMGs, pretty much MP40 equivalent, however with Breda, so much like Close Quarters squad. Alpini Commando with sniper and smoke, pretty nice loadout. Guasatori Commando also with sniper and smoke, so 2 great leader cards in this division, and really cool unit for this division. Pioneeri, which are flamethrower and TNT at the same time with Berettas also, and high HP. So 3 cards of this unit is really nice. Let's go to tank tab. 50 points auto Blindetta. 43, it's 20 mil, same as 41 version. However, this turret might change, it's subject to change. It used to be higher caliber, but it was on the prototype in real life. But only 50 points for high speed. Very nice cheese potential. Another Italian cheap tank, Commander 1, 50 points only, and M14. A lot of them actually, just like T26, so leader card, just MG version, an upgraded one for 20 points. And this subject to change, this division unit card, but the tank is ready to race, and it's pretty much like Sherman, I would say, without 50 cal and with less MGs. Pretty okay as a medium. So in real life, you can bring a lot of Italian tank with this division. A cheap one also. Support tab with tank kits again, and flamers. However, pay attention to the motorbikes with low speed, so no much use for rushing anymore with this, probably. Breda, MGs, MG42s, and mortars, which are pretty much same as all other. Breda cannon. AT tap. Panzer Shreks. And this little thing, L6 Samovente, is really nice. Actually, you get pretty okay penetration, however with really high rate of fire and accuracy. And with double vet, it's even better. So pretty nice in killing transports and light tanks, and even things like Wolverine. So and 2 pack 40 cards. No, only Italian were on slower. Only those motorbikes. All other stays same, unchanged. A pretty much same as Seal, but yeah, same tracks, same Breda AAs, however with 90mm heavy one. With pretty nice penetration on AP. However, slow transport. And they can come with supplies also. So. However, it's really slow, so it will get to front line a really long time, so you can't use them in A, for example, as a 80. RT. I think it's the same as Seal, basically, same guns. This is a really good one. Actually, probably in same order, just off map as a difference. And planes, recons, C20, Italian planes with really good agility on double vet and speed, and pretty nice armament. Fighter bombers, spammy, 2 cards. 80 planes, and that's why I compared this division to the Koruk, old Koruk before nerfs, because you have 2 cars of those planes. You have recons, so you can do old Koruk cheese with this. Ariete fighter bomber. And Centauro Drago, which is even better version of this, I think. And cool skin on Ace. And heavy bombers. So that's Italian. Let me show you how I build it. Yeah, infantry spams, light tank spams, air spam. Basically, like I say, here, light vehicles, here, here, here. Really light armor division. Let's go with Nisei, probably. I mean Task Force 45. This division is really unique in gameplay, I must say. Flashbacks from Normandy 44, Bantams, armored 50 cal jeeps. Brazilian 50 cal, however with this division you will get Brazilian and Nisei units locked to phase B and C only. So yeah, this unit has little use probably. Ammo and Pioneers squad, jeep with TNT and M1 carbines. Pretty nice aerial game. Brazilian snipers and recon that can come with half tracks. Cavalry scouts, and this unit will be really important because this division lacks 80 stuff in A, at least guns and bazookas, so this is your only way to stop early light armors probably. Recon Steward, Greyhounds, Brazilian Greyhounds, and American one, and Hellcats in A. Pay attention, speed was reduced for Hellcats by 10, even more, 14 kilometers per hour, and no APCRs. However, it's recon, so multi-roll. Infantry. So this division plays in phase A only with converted gunners like this, and American one, which are really high HP, really nice armament, and big numbers. 3 cars of them. And you can take also the engineers in A. And leaders, of course. I think, yeah, those cars of leaders. However, this is subject to change, as you see. And for the Brazilian units, as I said, they are limited to phase B and C. So, engineers, and prasinias, however you spell this, which are rifles late for 25 points, but with Springfields instead of Garants. Really nice unit for sure for me. Just for the BR. And best squad of the in division. Nisei rifles. Basically also rifles late, but with free bazooka and fanatical trait. Which is really strong, really strong. And leaders, Nisei leaders with sniper rifle, high HP, and Brazilian one with bazooka. So yeah, pretty cool infantry. A bit tricky in phase A because of the limited numbers, however, still crazy. Tank tab, just Shermans. Support tab with phase lock stuff, as I said, MGs, Scots, and disheartened 50 cals. However, it's backed now with no transport, so you can show them in the game. Support tab, yeah, just the standard stuff. AT, as I said, bazookas are limited to phase B and C, so no early bazookas. That's why you need the cavalry to take with this. 6-pounders also limited to B and C, so no AT guns at all in A with them. And 4 cards of Wolverines. AA, pretty high hue tab. A lot of cards, of course, you can spam them. And yeah, this is pretty normal stuff as always. And new gun, American heavy AA. Pretty much Flak 88 equivalent, probably. For US. RT leaders, mortars. This gun can be actually used as AT probably in this division. Only AT gun you have. Mortars limited. More mortars. British mortars. Brazilian RT half-track mortar. And 2 new guns. Different version of N1. Lower rate of fire, so not sure how good it will be in team games for sure. And a heavy one. And air tap. Napalm Thunderbolts, luckily limited to B and C only, but you can see on this heavier bomber than Mosquito Pathfinder with huge blast. it can kill tanks currently. And really fast also, so make it in mind. It will be even faster without bombs, of course. Mustangs with bombs. Mitchell bombers, which have really cool skin. And 2 of them in A, so also for this variant, so air spam, probably. Fighters with base veterancy. And cheap fighter plus Havocs. So let me show you deck, how I build. So yeah, it's light in A, probably really good as balanced deck, probably because of this great infantry get late game. Also with Wolverines, RT and AA. So pretty white top, pretty okay, pretty nice looking. Okay. Let's go to for Peshmerga, I think. Yeah. So for Peshmerga, everyone loves Peshmerga. We know this. So starting with Recon, Aufklärers, Justice, Spachtrupp, just the standard. Again, Italian AA Recon car. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Scharfschützen and Para Explorati, which are really nice. They can come with Horch and 6 Beretta and Panzerhaus, so pretty high rushing potential for them, and 2 cards of them. And Auto Blindata 43. Infantry Tap, Guastatori Para, Engineers with Berettas and TNT. Para di Assalto, which are basically same squad as Seal have, with 9 Berettas and 80 grenades. Just 1 card though for this division, however still good. Paracadussi, Italian Airbornes, HP, but in my opinion it's a really good squad. 3 Berettas and 2 Bredas, it's pretty nice in close quarters. Basically 5 automatic weapons in the close distance plus scare cannons. And the standard German stuff. Nothing new here. Everyone loves them. And Paracommando, leader squad. High HP, 4 Berettas, smoke, MG42. Yeah, spaghetti autos. They kinda same, because don't forget Beretta is better than Pepesh. Tanks, leader card, new Italian, Stug, with pretty low penetration guns, however pretty okay range and rate of fire, and really cheap. Tigers with base vet and Panthers. Super tap, mortars, flamers, Kubel ammunition track, LG40, which is new unit from Normandy 44 with lower penetration and range, but better sorry, better rate of fire. Another Stuggy, Italian Stuggy. Lower range and penetration on this one. MGs. Another one Italian, however with 2000 meters, low rate of fire, hit shells, and pretty okay damage. And spicy thing about the division, 3 cards of Sturmpanzer 4. That's oof. And the squad, a new commander. And 80 Panzerschrecks, L6. I said about it before. Breda and Gerlich. Two cards of Pack 40. And single unicorn elephant for this division. A flag 38, Bredas, and unit armored Nax 37mm AAs, and flag 88. RT standard mortars and leaders. This one and new gun. Pretty bad, probably. Air recon planes. New fighter. Pretty heavily armored, but yes, just 4 rockets variant, which is 2 more than you usually have with the planes. If all rocket hits, it can one-shot tank. So, but it have to hit. So that's a tricky thing about this. Fighters, fighter bombers, spam of them. Heavy bombers, and even more heavy bombers. So let me show you how I build it. So yeah, mix of Italian and German infantry, armored cars, heavy tanks, heavy support tanks also, and planes. Planes are, in my opinion, better than in first Fallschirmjäger for sure, and maybe pretty much similar to third Fallschirmjäger. So yeah, in overall I think it will be really heavy on long range. You can take actually 2 cards of like 88s for more 2000 meters presence, for example. Yeah, pretty nice for team games pro. And probably for 1v1 too. Because you have a cheap squad, which is basically close quarter squad. I really like this squad. In gameplay it was working really well for me. I don't know. It might look bad on HP, but LMG, automatic rifle and Berettas are really good. Okay, let's go with Indian Infantry Division. Willis, Reches, new squad, Gurkha squad for Thompson, and new transports with Boys 80 and Bren. Pretty Indian scouts with same transport and sniper rifle with 4 HP. And look on the veterancy pattern also. Pretty high numbers. Scout Piet, autocar that 7 armored, had a Normandy 44, I think. Really high rate of fire, but limited range, penetration, and damage. And Humbers. Infantry, defense group, and Indian equivalents of the Scots units, Commonwealth units, however with radar threat, so basically free upgrade. Same for TNT squad. Indian leader. Indian rifles. Actually, they are also straight upgrade for a standard one. More HP and more rifles for same points. Pretty nice. Gurkha rifles, base vet, but this equipment is, they are fanatical riders, double Bren, Thompsons, Gammon bombs, and 2 cards of and standard leader, rifle Spia, Gurkha leader with a lot of traits, as you see, and Indian leader with a sniper rifle. In my opinion, this infantry tab is better than Scots one, and this is probably second best division this DLC. With those snipers, Gurkhas, it's really good. And Shermans with base vet, by the way, Canadian base vet. Support, nothing special, AMGs and nothing else, probably most lacking tab for them. Standard stuff also, 6 pounder, 70 pounder. Nothing special, all you need, best. You don't need more probably. Same for a Crusade A and Simple Force with Raider trade. And same for RT, one off map. Just in A, sadly. New RT gun, which really interesting if you compare it with 25. It's more damage for less rate of fire, I think. Yeah, less rate of fire. And 2 cards of them, and pretty high numbers too. So we can mix them basically with fast rate of fire, those guns and those. Recon Spitfire, Baltimore's, Bomber Hurricane, Boston, 80 Hurricanes, new unit, 40mm AP, pretty low penetration though. Fighters, upgraded version of the Spitfire with higher speed, and bombers. So yeah, probably compared to the Scots, only air tap is worse, and maybe less of one also. But infantry, tanks probably better, recon probably better. Let me show you how I built it. That's how I was doing it in the tests. Okay, let's go to Gebirgsjager Gebirgsjager Division. A mountain division, and in my opinion, this is probably one of the best divisions in this DLC and probably in the game now. It have weakness, but if well played, I think it will be really strong. So let's start with recon, off clearance with Beretta and automatic rifle, semi-auto sniper, Spachtrupp, and 3 cards of Gebirgsjager, 9 HP, sniper squad. Pretty strong, especially with 3 cards of them. Combined with Aufklaren, you have really high numbers of snipers in this division. And Auto Blindata, 41. Infantry. Gebirge Pioneers, just the standard Pioneers, 20 points. Gebirgsjägers, which coming with Jäger numbers. Pay attention. So pretty high number per card and pretty okay equipment for 20 points probably. And 6 cards. Pretty high. Gebirgsführer, which is also really good. Sniper rifle, Berettas, Panzerschreck, 25 points only. Wow. Very nice, 2 cards also. Gebirge Pioneers, a new jerrycan bomb squad, which works basically as double Molotov, I would say. Just double stats and a little bit of blowing effect like TNT. It's half TNT, half Molotov, I would say, something like this. It's not super OP, just TNT, of course. Streif, however you spell this. Double MG, 42, MP40, 25 points, pretty nice. Numbers, Panzer 2 cards also. And Gebirge Sturm Pioneer, which are upgraded airborne Sturm Pioneers with Berettas, except of G43. And Beretta is of course second best SMG in the game, so very spicy. Tanks, pretty lacking, Stuks, Italian Stuks, and this common one. Support, jeeps, jeep munition, light Stuks, Gebirge AG-18s, and pay attention, they have more AP ammo than a regular one, and no shields on the front. Small detail, but interesting one. MGs, LG42, and commanders. 80, 2 cards of Pak 40s, Pupchans, and Shreks. AA, also a unique model without the shields on the front. And the truck Breda. Lacking, but currently 20 mils are not that bad actually, so you can actually defend yourself, I think, with this division. But probably the biggest weak point of the division. And art. This cool gun, I really like it in a Jaeger division. It's really cool for cheap, high rate of fire and a lot of smokes. Pretty nice for covering your pushes and just support, in my opinion. And a lot of them also. So yeah, nice. Mortars, Gebirge heavier gun. Pretty meh. SK-18 and heavy mortar and heavy RT and one card of map and air tank. CAS version of the fighter bomber from 4th Fallschirmjäger, bad fighters, better fighters, fighter bombers and AT planes, handshell with clusters and heavy bombers. And how I build the deck. Pay attention to overall numbers of infantry. How much of them you can take actually. Mix of the cheap Gebirgsjager with quality squad. Off maps, light RT, AT planes. All in division. So in good hands, this amount of infantry, snipers will be really dangerous. Basically infinite infantry. Let's go with it's time for Africa, guys. This time for Africa. South African Division. Recon. New unit, same as Gurkhas, just SMGs. Scouts and NATO scouts, which are higher HP. In overall, this division will have Thompsons instead. Thompsons except instead of stands for South African units. So that will be main difference. Greyhounds and Staghounds. Infantry type is limited in numbers, pretty much like Panzerna. However, in my opinion, it's pretty much enough. Assault pioneers, converter gunners, field engineers and engineers, motorized rifle, which are buffed for all divisions with higher numbers in A and B. And you can take them with 2 vet in I. Pretty nice. Rifles, you can compare them with South African one. Basically just Thompsons. Difference and motorized leaders and rifles Piat. That's the difference between those. 2 SMGs, less rifles. Pretty nice. Yeah, that's more slots, but expensive one. Fireflies that have unicorn ability, 5 of them in A. Fireflies that come only in C. Sherman 2 coming from B, and just standard Shermans. Those skins are subject to change, by the way. They will be released, they will look differently on release. Support pretty white. HMG support guns. Yeah. 80 tap Piats and new unit Porty truck unarmored. Pretty nice vet pattern. And gun 6-pounder is cool for sure. And cool looking also. Six-pounder, and 70-pounder, and new unit M10 with ability to shoot as fire, RT, with indirect fire. Two cards of them. Stack hands and buffers and party buffers, standard. And new gun, heavy British A with really high penetration. However, rate of fire is high, but accuracy is not much. And RT, old gun, priest, and new guns, again in this division. Pretty nice. You can combine them with 25-pounders and more. Recon, Mosquito, Baltimore, fighters, Hurricane 80, 8 rockets, which is also very good, just like Bowfighter but much slower. However, you can take 2 in A, so it's pretty game changer. Marauders, and Spitfire bomber. But Su-76 can't fire as RT in 80 tap, I think. Which division had that? Yeah. And let me show you how I build it also. I'll say kind of like this. RT, AAs, 80. Pretty much all taps looks fine now. Let's go. I think it's last. Yeah, it's last Axis division. 26, which will be really good in my opinion. No much new units in this one. It's just the standard stuff for German division. Infantry, pretty much same everything. However, pay attention those coming with higher numbers now. So no more low numbers for them. And the new unit, Sturmtrupp with Beretta. Molotov with Beretta, of course, is good. And pay attention how many slots you have for infantry. A lot. Italian. And Panzer Freeze, Panzer 4, Panthers, everything you need probably, best Panthers also. So everything you need, Fast Gendarmerie if you want, Flame new tank, Flame Panzer. As I said on the beginning of the stream, aiming time is buffed now for all flamer tanks and half tracks. So this is actually a very good unit. Yes, all Panzer Grenadiers and in overall Panzerfaust units and motorized rifles also. So also Grenadier Panzerfaust will be support Panzerforce, heavier Stugis, Italy. And Grillo. 80, just the standard stuff, as always, no limits. And unicorn card of this glass cannon. And non-pows are standard. However, this is MG43, but it's same for all. Really low armor, high penetration, low ammo. Just for one in deck, I'm not sure if it's worth slot. A standard stuff as before. And new unit, mobile pack flak 88. Wait, let me ban those bots. Actually, I won't buy. I don't know actually how to do it on it. RT, just normal stuff as always. 2 cards of ramens though. And expensive slots. And AirTag, which is probably one of the main strong points of this division compared to other Panzer divisions. Stuka, fighter bombers with medium resilience, even more of them, also medium. Really good fighters, excellent agility on double vet, with nice armament. Heavy armament BF fighter and heavy bombers. So yeah, a lot of plays. And let me show you how I build it. Here. It will be really nice early game light vehicle spam. You can also do those in A. Probably even more those. So you have tanks, heavy AAs, Vuramens, and planes. So I see them as like I said, light vehicles pushing, planes killing 80 guns and suppressing stuff. Wuhramens, your ATAs can follow your units, so you can keep AA around you, and you have more than enough infantry to win. Oh, and also MGs were buffed on the tanks and the vehicles, so 2 half tracks will behave pretty much like a tank. So half tracks are really useful now. And yeah, that's it. Pretty nice division, I guess. And I think it's everything from division. One change I remember I can show you also. Just a small detail some people will like. 350 will get 2 cards MG42 Grenadiers. So finally some decent infantry. And as you see with Grenadier Panzerfaust, you have also higher numbers. And one more change I remember is Volksdeutsche is getting double MG instead of one. So that's, I guess that's all. Thank you for coming, guys. Yeah. See you. If you have any questions, write on the chat.
Quando nel mio jukebox c'è un disco dei Platters, voglio riascoltare soltanto Only You. Sembra tornare l'estate, le miss con i blue jean fasciate, i fleur, il rock and roll, col 1, 2, 3, sempre a ballar, così l'estate morì. Quando nel mio jukebox c'è un disco dei Platters, non mi disturbate se ascolto Only You. Ripenso a chi baciavo, a chi tutto il mio amore. Il mio jukebox c'è un disco dei Platters, non mi disturbate se ascolto Only You. Ripenso a chi baciavo,